Tonight's headlines: as bank account holders in Cyprus panic about the government helping themselves from their savings, one Cypriot thinks he's found the perfect solution. Comet Relief, the annual charity event, has managed to raise a staggering £75 million. It is a record for the fundraiser, working out at just over £5 million per gag told. After a plotline was revealed to rob Joss Stone, chop her head off and dump her body in a river, the singer has asked her agent for a music video script rewrite. Good evening and welcome to Newsleak. We've been having a few problems with interference from other stations, but please bear with us, our technical crew are working to resolve the issue as soon as possible. This year's budget has caused concern over whether we'll do enough to help low-income families. Using our budget calculator, you can work out exactly how it affects your own particular circumstances. As you can see from our example, do you smoke and drink? About you, are you currently breathing? Income, do you have one? Your car, do you own one? And the result? You're fucked. Soccer AM presenter Peter Dale, more commonly known as Tubes, recently had to be escorted from a train by police after appearing to be drunk and close to passing out. A spokesman for the star insisted he'd only had a couple of drinks and was tired after a long day. The police had one question and one question only for Tubes. Do you mind blowing into this bag, sir? Whoa, well that's it. Job done for the cafe too late. A real toughie this time. Initially, the owner didn't want to take on board the advice I gave him. At one point, he even said my layout and recipes were dangerous. Fortunately for him and his business, I managed to get through to him. Hopefully now, he can move forward and get on with his life.
Gordon, you bastard!
To which the Pope replied, I don't care which room I have, as long as it's not next to Justin Bieber. Now over to our TV critic, Ray Tings, to find out the best offerings of tonight's TV. Hello, Ray. Thanks for that, Dave. Let's have a look at the best of tonight's TV. 7:30 sees the celebrity edition of Pointless, a new quiz show where contestants attempt to guess the reason behind some celebrity's fame. This week features Katie Price. At 8, the National Health Postcode Lottery, which isn't an amalgamation of the country's major lottery games, but instead a chance to win a place on the operating table for the much-needed operation of your choice. At 9, we have Mr. Brown's Boys, a comedy farce covering the period when Gordon Brown became Prime Minister. 9:30, a new edition of Eggheads, an embarrassing bodies special. Oh, the disfiguration can sometimes be just too much to bear. And finally, at 10:30, Four in a Bed. Two families attempt to beat the government's new bedroom tax and also increase their combined child tax credit at the same time. Well, that's all for me. Thanks for listening. Back over to Dave. Thanks for that, Ray. I'm sure I'll be tuning in unless something more important happens, like the top of my ketchup bottle needs degunking or something. Actor Bill Roache has caused outrage by suggesting that victims of sex abuse are paying the price for their behaviour in previous lives. After watching Bill play Coronation Street's Ken Barlow for 53 years, just who the f*** was I in a previous life? Adolf Hitler? Speaking of which, Greek footballer Georgios Katidis has protested his innocence after being punished for an alleged Nazi salute. The Athens midfielder was banned from all Greek national teams for life for the gesture after scoring the winning goal in his side's 2-1 win over Viaria. After being heavily criticised on social media, Katidis replied on Twitter, I'm not a racist in a way. I abhor fascism. I would not have done it if I knew that it meant something. I know the consequences and would not do it. Never, never. Oh, do excuse me. Coming up next is today's competition item. Very unusual, very collectible. We have an unopened packet of Bachelor's pasta and sauce. The estimate is £400 to £600. Now normally I say whatever the item brings under the gavel is the amount we will give away. But I promise you today would be a special prize. So today, whatever the pasta brings, we are going to give away a substantial amount of money. So don't miss out. First of all, let's see what the pasta brings under the gavel.
700 bid 750, 800, at 800, 850, at 850, at 850, hammers up then, at 850, all done down, 850, done.
The gavel has just gone down at £850. Not a bad prize for pasta and sauce, but I promised you a very special prize today. We are going to give away £5,000. You heard right, 5,000. And how did we get to that figure, you may ask? It's simple. I just take the sale price, multiply it by the age I've put on my passport, divide it by the factor of fake 10 I use, and then find the square root of that number, and then just call it 5 grand anyway. Got it? Good. And with that, Greg Wallace took the Tartatan out for dinner and an evening show. Jessie J has been accused of making sly, underhanded comments about the X Factor in advance of this year's series of The Voice. The singer categorically denies the claims. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for tuning in. I've been Dave Storey. You've been watching Newsleak. Good night.